So thanks for joining us live on how to recession-proof your spa business with Google. We want to help you attract more clients and increase your revenue without advertising. That's the goal. All right.
Oops, hang on. I went too far. Hang on, y'all. My little thing went away. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Let's restart it. My little thing to click over to the next slide disappeared. There we go.
Good. Okay.
I
You know what?
promise you I'm good at tech.
Everybody knows us that's on pretty much. Maybe Rachel is new to us, but we thought we'd just do a really super quick intro. I don't like spending a lot of time on this slide. And I'll go ahead and introduce Rita first. Rita Esther is a gem of a tech and marketing strategist, guru, everything. She's been on our team for 5.5 years. She knows her stuff. Yes, she can make a website look pretty, and there are people out there that can make a website look pretty, but she knows how to make it functional, which is always what I like to teach. It's like, does your website look pretty? Okay, great. Does it work? Is it bringing in clients? And is it functioning? But she really is, I'm gonna share the first half of this training and she's gonna share the second half. And you're just gonna love her brain. She's super techie, she's super smart. I call her my CEO. She tells me what to do in my own company and I just listen. And that's really the truth. And I would be lost without her. So we decided to develop this training for you. And also, we'll get into it a little bit later, but we have some done for you stuff or, an opportunity to learn it and do it yourself, whatever you want to do. So thank you, Rita, for being here.
No problem. And Maxine, as you all know, is the industry OG. She built a six-figure spa business before Instagram was a thing. So we're talking about old school marketing that works, which is the people business, right? And that's really where Maxine shines is teaching estheticians how to connect with people to grow their business. And so Maxine is going to give you the marketing strategy that you didn't learn in aesthetic school because one of the main things that we hear with people is they didn't teach me how to run a business. They didn't teach me anything about that. So Maxine is like business school for estheticians.
Absolutely. It's fun. I mean, we're a good
Yeah.
team.
Yes, we are. All right.
All right, awesome. So we're going to dive right into it. And I think that this is a hot button for a lot of estheticians. Tell me if I'm on point here. But Instagram is not it. When I feel like estheticians get relieved when I'm like, y'all don't have to be putting all this energy into social media because posting every day isn't paying your rent. It's not providing clients for you. Social is sexy, but it's not sustainable. We have to count on the algorithms with social media and some weird things. I know. I am so with you on that. I like to connect with people on social media again because we're in the relationship business. But other than that, like to attract clients, it's not the same and it's getting worse because now we're counting on the algorithms, AI, and it's super unpredictable. And visibility doesn't equal bookings. Okay. So we just end up on this content treadmill and then we're just exhausted, right? So it's okay. So why Google? And so what we've been coaching in our coaching groups is that your dream clients, your ideal clients, your high value clients right now are searching for you at this moment while you're at this training because 97% of people search online to find a local business. They're not on Facebook, they're not on TikTok, they're not on Instagram, right? 80% of spa clients book based on reviews and location. So people have to find you, and Google works while you sleep. Here's another reason why Google. And Google is the number one search engine, not Instagram and not Facebook. The number two search engine is YouTube. So if you're going to be doing any reels, I would rather see you be putting content on YouTube and tying it to your Google. Does that make sense so far? So let's just do a quick analysis. on SEO versus social media ROI, and which is a return on investment. So in social media, it's high effort. I don't know what to post. What do I post? We're scrambling. We're like posting to post. We're like, does this image look pretty? Oh, I can't do a before and after because that got kicked off. All this stuff, right? So it's a lot of high effort. You have to get really skilled at making videos and TikTok. Remember when everyone was bored during 2020 and we were doing those videos, but it's a low return, high effort, low return. In Google, it's front loaded. What does that mean? So a lot of the bulk of the work happens in the beginning and it's a lot faster than it used to be. Like when I first started teaching organic marketing, I want to say 10 years ago, it would take, if you were building a site, it would take Google like 6 months to um, even recognize that you existed. So it's not instant. And I think that has the reason why we love the strategy of meshing Google with your website is so that people find the search faster. So we could do it within like 3 months ish. So it cuts down the time because the two work together. And it's long-term game, right? So any of our clients that are partnered with us right now, they know that they're in for the long run and the long haul and the long game. I started my business 10 years ago. I don't know when you started your business, but it literally it's one of those investments that you just keep putting into and it just keeps growing like with compound interest. Very true. Um, Oh, I was going to say your quote that I actually did an email about it, but I'll save that for in a minute. And the visibility on social media, it's very algorithm dependent and now AI dependent. And the visibility on Google and SEO is search intent driven, and that is what you want. Leads, we all want leads. I see all day long in all these groups where people are like, I need new clients, I want more clients. I need new clients. I mean, it's like literally the number one thing. And likes do not equal bookings for social media. Searches equal bookings. Okay. And so then the cost is ongoing cost for content that quickly disappears. I, as a marketer, do not like disappearing content, which is why I never like Snapchat. And which is why I'm like, about stories because they last 24 hours. I'd rather see you do reels, but really, honestly, I'd rather see you put that energy and effort. If you're going to do video, why not put it into YouTube? It's the number 2 search engine, right? And then Google and SEO is the upfront investment, but it's the long-term payoff. And what do I mean by that? So let's see. We have a couple of clients that are we have one client that's getting like 5 new clients a month. Okay, or I'm sorry, a week, forgive me, which is, that can make a difference in your bottom line, right? And then we have another client, which she got 32 new leads, and she was very resistant on hiring, and she had nowhere to put these leads. So I was like, okay, we're doing our job. It's time to hire. So when you get to that point where you're booked 3, 4 months out, that's a whole nother coaching session or a training. But the whole point is that you want to be visible so that when people are searching for services like yours, people can find you. So it's the long-term payoff. And I love the quote at the bottom here with social media, you're paying in time and money to keep showing up because if you don't think your time is valuable and equals money, it does, but then you have to wake up and do it all again tomorrow. And that's what's so exhausting. And this is what overwhelms estheticians because they're doing it all. Okay. All right. So what is SEO? I get this question asked a lot, and I'm going to go into a little bit of what SEO is here, but it's going to be better explained with the visual when I show you and when we do a couple of SEO audits on a website in Google, because the tool that we're going to use is showing what is happening on the back end of your website that isn't visible. We have somebody build our site and we like get really excited because we're like, oh my God, this site looks beautiful. Oh my God, thank you. Here's my money. but the site isn't functioning and it's missing all these elements on the back side. But really, the short answer is that search engine optimization is what makes your spot easier to find on Google, and that's what you want. Okay. So when it's done right, it brings you the pre-sold, ready to book clients because they're looking for you. And this is why I love organic marketing and why it converts better than paying for ads, because ads are targeting people. And what do? If we're looking for the best pizza in Indianapolis, we're going to see all these sponsored, right, ads when we're searching. We're going to skip those and we're going to go right to what are the real people saying. Okay, so that's where we want you to show up as number one, number two, number three in that first page there, right under the sponsored ads. And it's not targeting people. People are looking for you and then they see you and then they see your reviews. They're like, oh my gosh, I have to book with this person. I totally jive with her. It's done, right? So when you're focusing more on Google, I think people just need a focus. And so if I can get you to focus on Google and take a back seat from social media, it's going to get you off the content hamster wheel and into steady growth. Okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but okay. I don't want to slam social media, because I know there's people that are teaching social media and so on and so forth. And it doesn't mean that you have to quit any of the platforms that you're on. But it doesn't have to be your whole strategy. If you just shift your focus to Google first and then just kind of use social for what it's intended to be, being social, being you, um, not promoting. And so social media does have its place. We'll see if it stands the test of time. But we know Google has stood the test of time, being the number one search engine. So social is visible, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's working. We see who's posting. We'll see somebody on Instagram that's like, oh my God, their content went viral, all this, but visibility doesn't equal profitability. And I had a client that had a lot of followers, and we had a chat. We actually had a chat on the cruise at the Beauty Business Summit, and she ended up shifting some strategies and focusing on Google and other means first and doing the social media secondary. And then the way she was showing up, it was just kind of working hand in hand. But she had a lot of followers. So, but we've seen behind the scenes of what this does, like big followings. It doesn't equate to money. It doesn't equate to money.
We had
So,
one of our clients just went viral on TikTok, and then we asked, okay, was that converting to clients? No, these people are halfway across the country.
right. And that's the other thing. And so, but it's like a dopamine because we get the likes and, social media has trained us like, oh my gosh, our thing went viral. Da, 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 da. And then it feels like a high, but we got to stay focused. We got to stay focused on the bookings. Okay. And so the most booked estheticians, what's happening? They're not posting, they're ranking. I want you to really remember that. When you rank on Google, clients find you, right? So you get booked for those high ticket services. You get booked for those acne programs. You get booked for those things that you're known for in your community, but people don't really know because we're not letting them know what we have in the way that Google and SEO likes to have it written out. Okay. So we just, we're chasing things and it's exhausting. So rankings equal bookings, they equal freedom and a business that runs without burnout. And that's the life you deserve. So for our little nerds that love data, and I love data, is that 97% of people search online. Fact, we're all doing it from our phones now to find a local business. and 80%